Okay, I think I should be back. Hopefully that's fixing it. Technical difficulties, for sure. Okay, I'm gonna come back to this. Have one, two, three people coming back. Hello. Trying to make certain that this is where we're supposed to be. Are we like? I'm busy right now. I can't help you with that right now. Can't hear me? Okay. Um. Oh my goodness. I have no idea what the kids are doing upstairs, but they're destroying the thing. It's hard to hear you. Okay. I think it's because it's doing it from my webcam. Is that better? Perhaps. That seemed to help. Quality. Okay. Sorry, guys, this isn't working according to plan. I'd set it up in such a way to be able to do it with set it up with OBS to try to cut back on everything dying, and it seemed to have the opposite effect. It made it worse. And I know part of the problem is that I'm streaming everything. 38 crates is pretty good, I would say. Okay, so anyways, just to go back over kind of what we're doing. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I know a big chunk of my problem is that I've got bored children upstairs, and they're all streaming like everything all the time. I don't even know you guys can hear them running around upstairs. It's crazy. Anyways, so if we go to Google Play Store, you should just be able to type in full steam ahead. SS Great Britain puzzle game. It's that. And it should work out just fine. So I'm going to do some quick rearranging here for just a second. You guys have to look at my master desktop. And we'll make this work out. Okay. Open. I don't know how well this is going to work. I'm going to try it, though.
Full steam ahead.
This is like my ghetto solution to my stream. You can tell I am not a YouTuber. The lights right above me. That's really funny that it's backwards. That's crazy. Oh well. So I'm gonna do a new game here. Like I said, we want to click on master as soon as we can because we're not scrubs. And there we go. So like I said from the beginning, you can do really whatever when it comes to this. I'll be right back. I'm gonna turn on the light and turn off my head up. All right, so we got 18 crates. That's okay, I guess. Here, we're gonna try it this way, actually. That's, I don't think very helpful, is it? I'm just gonna have it backwards regardless. Oh well, I tried. All right, so 18 crates. All right, so now we can do mastery once we've done that one time. So let's try it again. Let's try a different setup. Master. All right, so kind of doing what I did before. We're gonna make a really flat design. Eric suggested we do that. I think he's got something there. And none. There we go. Let's test that. My hole started off damaged. Well, that's a problem. I don't think I've got much in the way of skills here, y'all. It's been a long time. I actually, like I said, this game's quite old. It's originally a streaming game. And when I first played it, I actually got pretty good at it. But right now, I can't seem to be doing so well. So that's fine. This is okay. Yeah, my design is terrible. All right, let's try to make iron and apply it to everything. Yeah. Well, that's part of my problem right there. It's kind of like this sort of design. I will say it seems to be running better on the who's on here. Ethan, you are. That's a plus. Guys, did my sound quality ever improve? Like, can you hear me now? You cannot, the quality is no better. That is frustrating. All right. Once we're done here, I'm going to actually, it's still crappy and quiet. Okay. I'm actually going to probably try to stream it the way I did it before and see if that helps. Because this is a little crazy. I'll tell you what, this design is doing much better. 33, and we haven't got any breaks yet. So let's see what's up. I need to get 45 to get 4 stars, so that's what I'm hoping for. $42, $43. This is literally like watching paint dry. Best stream ever. All right, 46. I need to get 49 to beat my personal best from the other one. And I am not getting that this time. 48 it is. Still, I'll take that. All right, guys. Let me see what I can do on my thing. I don't know, Lily, because I'm streaming and I just listened to myself and it sounds fine in my earphones. So I don't know. I'm just gonna keep on keeping on, I guess. All right, so that's that one. Let's move on to another challenge, eh? And so one of the things I said is if for whatever reason you guys can't do what I had, because you don't have like a game that'll, or a phone or whatever that'll play it. I'll have you guys just create something, talk about what we should have done. All right, so right now we're trying to make a ship that's as stable as possible. Oh my gosh. I'm struggling with the touch screen for sure. There we go. This is garbage. It's hot garbage. Sorry. Let's make that wood too. All right, so that's too much. Can't do that. It said no. Not quite yet. That will do. Okay. Wood, and I'm gonna try to make the bottom iron. It said no. Okay. So this is the stability challenge. Try giving it more support in the bottom because it keeps breaking this in. Yeah. So this guy right here, it's literally just the stability challenge. And right now, I don't have the tools necessary to really do super good on it. My record on this one, I think my other challenge was like 0.01 degrees of change. And that's largely because of being able to pack the bottom with a bunch of heavy stuff. That's 4.4 degrees. It's not bad. Okay, so I can live with 4.4 degrees for now. Okay. So what are we doing next? We got to do cruise control. Build a ship that can cross the Atlantic Ocean from Liverpool to Australia as fast as time as possible. Okay, so we just got to make a fast ship. This is like a really crappy old design. Well, one of the tricks I learned from doing this the first time is if you use sails, you can go really fast if there's wind. I think I want to try to fit four now. Anyways, how you guys doing? You guys staying sane out there today? Hope so. Let's try that. It's like a box with a boatload of sails. Let's see how we do. I'm sure this will be perfectly acceptable. This is like the worst design ever. But this is why I'm not an engineer, y'all. Go faster. Faster. So we're going from Liverpool to Australia as fast a time as possible. We're 70% there in 8 days. If I remember correctly, the goal was 2 weeks. So I don't think we're going to get that because we're going to run out of steam. Not really steam, run out of wind. We're too close. Well, I'll be. We actually did do 2 weeks. It's not half bad. I can live with that. Look at those 4 stars in 13.9 days. Boom. Jarrett, you have little faith, bro. Little faith. All right, so Tug of War is one of my favorite ones because you get to try to put a bunch of engines in something. Kind of do your basic boat shape. Now make the whole thing iron. Oh, quite all. Because we want that strong. We're going to make it way smaller. Because what we want is we want a propeller. Propellers are better. Ooh, shoot. And the first time you mess with the propeller, you get all these crazy design choices. You don't get those any other time. There we go. And like changing the angle of attack, the number of blades, all that kind of stuff. Once we get that though, we're going to need an engine. And this is really where we kind of want to make up the difference. Cool. I think that should be enough. We'll see. I don't have very much fuel, but I'm kind of taking the dragster approach here. Slam it into full steam ahead, and just we're gonna try to go fast enough. We're not gonna need to worry about fuel. Come on. I do know that if you go fast enough, you can literally rip the other engine off, or you can rip the back end of the other boat off. Okay, so we did not do quite fast enough, but we did still win, so that's cool. Alright, that's fine. For a box with sails on top at sea for 13 days, I expected the tip. I mean, you're not wrong, you know? I'm pretty sure that would not actually work in real life, but whatever's clever, you know? You know what? I'll take 24 seconds for that. And again, you'll see that every time I get stars, I get more money. So, like, you know, we're just trying to make our way through it. All right, a rate of knots. This is one of the what am I even designing here? I don't even know. We'll start with a box, kind of this sort of shape, and then what we're going to do is we're actually going to make these small sails. I remember that being a thing. I got big fat stupid fingers. Things I've learned on Mr. Mudstream today. He's got big fat stupid fingers. You'd be correct, sir. Or madam. Alright, let's do that. Get another one of these big boys. Stuff it in there. So basically this one, we're just trying to make a fast ship. And you could try to do it with an engine, but you would be wrong. Engines aren't necessarily faster at this time period. They're more reliable. Because the wind did have a habit of just kind of stopping. Well, it actually worked. I'll be. We're once again doing the box with sails. Box of sails is the name of the ship. Test my design. Let's go! So we're at 7.8 knots, and we don't even have level 3 wind yet. There it is, 13 knots. Come on, faster than 13.5. No, we are out. Although, if I remember correctly, if you wait long enough, it eventually will switch to 4. So that's there's 3 again. So right now, I think my big problem is my boxy design is causing the front edge of my ship to just cut into the waves, which is useful in some instances, just not this one. Okay, 14 point, yeah. All right, so we just got to change the whole design for that to get better. That's okay though. 14.4 knots is not bad. All right, so the long haul. This is one where you want to go as long a distance as possible. This is one I used to really enjoy back in the day. We are going to go with iron across the board. And I think, I don't know. We're also going to try to make this sucker a little bit bigger so that we can put on an engine, a propeller, and then just an utter ridiculous amount of coal. This is by far the most boring one of these to watch, because what's going to happen is you are going to set it, and If you do everything correctly, you're going for efficiency, which is typically slow. We are also going to throw on a few sails to give us a little bit of wind power whenever that's available. But we're going to be going so slow. I actually remember one time playing this, and I sat there and waited for 30 minutes while this thing went. So that's where like Jarrett's got the right idea. It's like you'll find something else to do and just kind of set it and forget it. I don't think it works as well on the phone though, admittedly, because eventually phones just kind of shut down. Are we too heavy? Ooh, we're so close. All right, so this is going to be like snail's pace. We are, I think, getting some nautical miles. Yeah, there's 10. There's 20. So we're going to be here for a while. Hope you guys are playing as well and doing something else. So all I need you guys to do whenever you finish this up is just tell me what your scores are. Put them on Google Classroom, and we'll find out how you guys did. I'm sure you'll do better than me because my designs are terrible. Let's see, in other news. Yeah, I don't really have much else. I've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing lately and trying to pay off all my debts to Tom Nook because he's like a freaking mafioso. And, you know, selling everything I can that's not nailed down. I feel a little bit bad because sometimes people send me presents and I'm like, you know what, this would look really great in the pawn shop. But, you know, whatever. What's that, Ems? Can't hear you, Peach. 1 second, guys. I'll leave you to this amazing view. All right, we have made 170 nautical miles without using any fuel. No fuel used at all. So that's what we're aiming for, is just kind of not using fuel. What's funny to me, too, is like the challenge, the little first star is right in front of us, and we haven't even really seemed to have gone anywhere, and yet here we are. I'm not so sure we're actually going to be able to get 4 stars with this design, because I think it's just probably too heavy. But we are going for distance, so there is that. You can click on tips as well if you want those, but you know, we don't want those because we are master builders here, for sure. So one thing that's kind of funny to me, guys, and you can't see this, but I can, is that from my perspective, the camera is the phone is fine, obviously, but on the stream that I'm seeing, the live stream, it's backwards. But whenever I'm looking at the actual what I'm broadcasting, it's flipped around again. So hey, winning. But yeah, I don't know. It works out. Started stream 26 minutes, 23 minutes ago. Okay. I wonder if I can see who else is still in the stream. How do I find that out? I cannot see who all is in my stream right now. That's okay. I'll type something. Who all is here? Question. Because believe it or not, if you say something in chat and I notice you, I can actually record that as, yeah, you participated in NTI. So, hey, that's pretty baller. Two, hmm, level 2 wins. That's okay. Cody, me, Tristan, me, Tristan, me. Okay. Cool. Be sure to check out your grades too, guys, if you haven't done so already. I just want to make certain that you know you know what's up. What challenges have you guys faced? What scores? Oh my gosh, what's up, Charles? What scores y'all got? Problem is I'm trying to type while I also have my phone taking up the majority of my desk, so I can't actually get my keyboard down. Try to move all this a little bit so I can get my keyboard and actually type. It's not bad. Oh my goodness. Keyboard fail. Dun, dun, dun. This music is just so encouraging. And this is totally going to be stuck in your heads all week. I just know it. Hey, we got to 1 star without even turning on our engines. Goodness. 52 crates on Sink or Swim. That is pretty dope, Cody. All right, what do we got? We're still at wind of 3, so there's really no reason for me to even to turn on my propeller at this time. Not until I need to. And that was why these steam engines had both sails and the steam engine itself. They would just use the sails whenever they could, and if they had to use the steam engine, they turned it on. Sort of like how modern sailboats. I got 9. I didn't know what I was doing. That's fair. Sup, Paul? Hey, we got wind of 4. We're cruising. Look how fast we're going. This is literally the worst challenge of them all. I don't know why I used to like this one so much. I think it was because there was a Reddit challenge for this many years ago to see who could get the best, and fastest, and whatever. And this one was all about efficiency. So all the engineering nerds were like, oh, I can build the most efficient design and all that kind of stuff. And, I tried to do that. I thought I was woke. I was not woke. Poking the screen occasionally because I'd be really upset if it fell asleep before all this kind of went down. So yeah, I know we could cram a bunch more fuel into this thing. If I remember correctly, my record for this thing had like just stupid amounts of fuel, like just absolutely ridiculous. Kind of curious how this is doing. We got so much speed. We're at 5 double arrows. That's so cool. Turning that down just a hair. Well, it seems like this is the better way to stream. OBS did not, in fact, help, which is okay. So how did your all's first week go? How was week just singing along with all the soundtrack. Okay, now we're starting to lose speed. I'm not scared of losing too much speed. Though I do think when it gets down to around, probably right now, going. So I'm gonna go and turn on my engine, and then I'm just gonna watch to make certain that I don't use or lose my nonsense. I wish it would tell me my speed while I was doing this as well, because that would be good. But since I've got good wind and I can go ahead and use my engine, might as well do both. Because I'm also getting a little bored of this, as I'm sure you guys are. Anyways, seems like things are going well for the most part. I can't think of much to tell you guys that's new. Basically, from our end, it seems like we had a pretty good turnout of folks doing NTI. Only a few people really struggled. And I think the biggest problem with that is the fact that, JCPS still needs to give out everybody their Chromebooks. So, I mean, that's a thing that needs to happen. One thing I will say to you guys, if you're using sails, watch where the arrow is pointing, because if the arrow points the other direction, it means that it's pushing against your sails, and you don't want that. So if you have that problem, just furl your sails by hitting the sails button again, and then you don't have to worry about it. Well, we've gotten almost 4,000 nautical miles, and we haven't used even a full. Yeah, now we've used about a quarter of our fuel. So it's not too shabby. Not too shabby at all. Alright, so we're at 3 nautical, or 3 stars over 4,000 nautical miles. Our engine is just chugging away. So now we're at 0. There's no reason to have the sails. We're going to go and furl them. Just let our engine carry us the rest of the way. Because I don't believe the wind will pick up again. The funny thing is if you use that stupid little box design that we did with the sails in it, I'm pretty sure you can get at least 3 stars. So, you know, sometimes you just rely on sails to get you where you need to go. Anyways, give it another poke. Oh, yeah, I can't think of much else. I finally got my museum built up in Animal Crossing. Blathers has been all like, you know, I hate bugs. And I'm like, I'm going to give you all the bugs just because you hate them. Because that's just the kind of person I am. I'm going to give him every bug I can find and make him tell me about it. That's okay. And then the other thing that's been fun is going to other islands and stealing the fruits from there and building trees. tree fruits of all shapes and sizes. 5,000 nautical miles. Delicious. Delicious nautical miles. Oh, I know what I should have done. I should have gotten my guitar and played sea shanties for you guys while we did this. I suppose I could still do that. I don't know if you guys want to deal with that, though. Especially because you guys aren't answering my questions. Shots fired. Da, 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 da. This is going to be a while. I'm genuinely curious. I'm going to have to go back and check the stream when this is done and see how long it took me to do this. Right, I'm going to go get my guitar. Hang on. Hang loose. Watch this for a second. Let's turn sound off and try to move stuff around. I haven't tuned this thing or played this thing in a while. As I was walking down London Road, I came to Patty West's house. He gave me a jar of American hash, and he called it Liverpool Scouse. He said there's a ship and she's wanting hands, on her you will sign. The mate is a tyrant and the captain's worse, but she will suit you fine. Put on your dungaree jackets, wear a flower in your vest. Tell them that you are a sailor lad, what comes from Patty West. Ugh. Since I'm not sure what microphone it actually is recording that, I'll do this. Patty cries, all hands on deck, your station's for to man. His wife, she stood in the doorway with a bucket in her hand. Patty, he cries, now let her rip as she throws the water our way. Crying, clew up your 4-gallon sails, me boys, she's taken in the spray. Put on your dungaree jackets, wear a flower in your vest. Tell them that you are a sailor lad who comes from Patty West. Sing as we're to the southward, boys, Frisco we is bound. Patty calls for a length of rope, and he lays it on the ground. Way all steps over and back again. To me, he says that's fine. When they ask were you ever at sea, you tell them you crossed the line. Put on your dungaree jackets, wear a flower in your vest. Tell them that you are a sailor lad who comes from Paddy West. There's just one thing for you to do before you sail away. Step on up to the captain with your colors on display. When they ask were you ever at sea, you tell them 10 times round the horn. By Jesus that you've been a sailor since the day that you were born. Put on your dungaree jackets, wear a flower in your vest. Tell them that you are a sailor lad who comes from Paddy West. Ow. I forgot what it was like to play that thing. Said it's been the better part of a few years since I've played guitar, and I have no finger calluses to speak of anymore. So we'll go back to bagpipes. For those of you who stayed in the stream. How we doing on fuel? Little less than half to go. Nice. I'll do effects with those later. How we doing on everything, I wonder? Oh, let's see. Bringing up this stuff. I'm gonna check Google Classroom while we're sitting here waiting for this thing to finish. Poke it real quick. Let's see. Got a few people commenting already. That's good. That is good stuff. Okay. Nice. Amazing design. We still have a quarter of a tank of fuel. We're at 12,000 nautical miles. Yeesh. Those bagpipes were awful. That's okay. I appreciate you guys putting up with me. So, can you guys hear anything I am doing? Question mark. Considering I actually misspelled here, which is terrible. It happens. How we doing? Almost. There's 13,000 nautical miles. We. That's okay. I'm down to 4 watching. Everyone's bored. And that is perfectly understandable. At this point, I've got to let this finish because if I were to cut out now, I'd feel like I've cheated you. I can hear everything. You poor soul. Let's see. Maybe I should bust out this again. And put on the capo. Ow. I'm going to turn this sound off because I can't hear myself. All right, so. All right. What was the other one? In the year. Yeah, that's right. In the year of our Lord, 1806. Nah, that's not right. Hmm. I actually don't remember how to play that one. Hey, we're out of fuel. Thank God. In test. In test. Oh, we were so close to 16,000 nautical miles. Oh well, I'm not running that again anytime soon because that one is terrible. I think at this point we can also call this stream done because at this point of the game, if you know what you're doing, which you probably do, you should be okay. If you don't know what to do, you should be able to figure it out. So I'm going to go and end for today there. If you have questions, just let me know. Your work for the week is pretty simple, I think. It shouldn't be too hard. But holler at me if you need anything. All right. So peace out and have a good week.